Hey everybody, if you've ever found a rock like this and you see these scratch marks on it, especially if you're in an arid or desert region, you might find this a lot. But if you find a piece that looks like this, it's actually kind of fun to break it open. I don't know if you want to destroy it, but if you break it open, you might find that this is just a surface coating. This is just weathering on the surface of the mineral. So this is actually a piece of calcite. I just talked about calcite, the mineral. So if you're curious about learning about calcite or other minerals, check that out. I have a minerals playlist here. But anyway, this is calcite, and let me show you a piece of calcite. It's a little smaller, but same idea. This is the same thing, but look at how nice and shiny the surface is. So why does the other one look like that? Well, basically, this is a fresh, broken surface. Or some pieces like this might just be protected within a cavity. And so they're not exposed to the elements. But that other piece I got, this piece, was sitting on the surface of a desert. It had eroded and washed down and was basically sitting on the surface of an alluvial fan. And so, of course, one thing is wind. Wind will pelt pieces at the surface. It will pelt it with sand, and that will rough up the surface. And in this case, another factor is water. Rainwater reacts heavily with something like calcite, which is a calcium carbonate. So the acidic nature of rainwater reacts with the nature of the calcium carbonate, and so it breaks it down. This is how we get caverns, especially you'll find in limestone areas. You have a lot of caves, and that's basically the interaction of groundwater, acidic groundwater, with the limestone. It breaks it down and forms huge cavities. Well, in this case, it can also break down the surface, and patterns like this are sometimes referred to as meringue. So now you know, if you find a piece like this, if you find a rock, especially if it's a piece of calcite like this, it's just been interacting with weather, with water and wind at the surface, and that's why it looks like that. But if you break it open, a lot of times you'll have nice crystal faces associated with calcite. Again, if you want to learn more about calcite, just check out the minerals playlist. I talk all about calcite in detail. If you want the excruciating detail, you can get it there. And if you want to see a lot of other samples and varieties, because calcite comes in so many cool colors and shapes and sizes of the crystal forms. So definitely check that out if you're interested in calcite, or if you're rock hounding. I'll do a whole rundown. And of course, lots of field trips to come. So sub or join me on the next adventure if you love geology. I'll see you there at Let's Go Geo. Bye.